gonna just be real. I think it's some BS that the Ayana Fix My Life show is not gonna be anymore. I think that's stupid because here's the thing: you need a person to wake you up out of stuff. Some of the logistics of stuff that happened wasn't always right, but I know that if I had a family member or if I had family in breakdown, I think the best way is to have somebody that's been in church, who is the same color as you, and who knows you. And I find it interesting every time when celebrities get on a reality TV show versus people, they tend to like want to come after somebody's business instead of dealing with the fact that they can't deal with their own demons. You know what I'm saying? Folks selling their soul for stuff, and then when she tries to get your soul back, per se, you're fighting her for just trying to give you yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody don't know what happens after the cameras are not rolling. I'm just saying, things happen and you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? We can't just sit there and pretend like everything's so hunky dory. You know, at some point you got to be able and to be willing to have somebody tell you, "Hey, you messing up." That's why I said she'd be perfect for my family because with their history, they need a wake up call. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to sit here and be disrespectful and not say that my family wasn't there for me. I love my family members. But however, the way they treated my mother, that's the whole reason why I made this channel, because I got so tired of people saying, your mother didn't do this, your mother didn't do that. What didn't she do? I was there the whole entire time. And as a result of that, she wasn't able to be my mom at times because she was so concerned about everybody else's feelings and needs. And for you guys to be her siblings, for you guys to be her cousins, her aunties, people who knew her when she was born, growing up, and when she was married to my dad, like, for y'all to sit there and take other people's side instead of sitting there trying to pray. But see, this is the thing. When you do stuff sketchy and when y'all be sacrificing people, like, let's not pretend like we don't know what's going on. Y'all know exactly what y'all doing. See, that's why I always tell everybody, I may look like my mother, but there's two different sides. Two different sides to me and my mother. If I don't like you, you're going to know. She's going to tell you, but she's going to pray for you. I'm not going to pray for you. You did me evil. If you did me evil, best believe you're going to pay for it. You don't get too many options to make me feel less than. You see what I'm saying? I had a conversation with my cousin. I had to basically break down some stuff about what she didn't know, because my family tried to make it seem like the reason why we got kicked out of the house was because mom wasn't paying bills and stuff. No, you guys didn't even tell her the whole truth. You had us to believe that she was just on a vacation. She probably knew some information was probably kept from me. But what I'm not going to do is make it seem like, and I'm not going to air out all the information, but the people who were involved, they know what they did. They know what they did to her, and they know why I'll never respect them. Because you can't sit there and say you love God and you do all this other stuff and you being disrespectful and you put your sister and your niece out. That's what you did. We didn't have nowhere to go. You gave us an ultimatum. Y'all shut the power off. Y'all shut the water off. Y'all shut everything off. We had to go take a shower at the Pilot gas station. We had to go do all of this stuff. And for you guys to sit there and claim to be so freaking Christian, so freaking saved, well, God's going to have to help you understand, because it's not cool. I understand family. I understand pain. But one thing I'm not going to sit here and do is make it look like my mom or my parents, both of my parents, are always at fault. Because they wouldn't have gotten together had their families just supported them, loved them, understood them. I don't understand the whole situation. I don't care to understand the whole situation. What I know is I feel like both of my parents could have been helped in a better way had their parents been honest about the stuff that they went through, and so on and so forth. I'm stopping the pattern and how Miss Iyanla says the family pathology, how the Bible says the family change and curses, you know, generational foolishness. You know what I'm saying? It's time for people to be honest about stuff. Like, you get tired of people trying to fake. You go to church and people putting on their makeup and stuff, trying to have their little friendly cliques and stuff, talking about other people's marriages and situations, but y'all not worshiping. Y'all too busy trying to be, and this time on Preachers of LA. Like, come on. It's not about being famous. It's about saving souls. That's the biggest difference between the church and the world. We can say all day long, church hurt, church hurt, church hurt. But the truth is the truth. Lies are lies. The church is a building. The people inside the church is what hurt. God is a spirit. There's a big difference to say church hurt. Just say people that were in a building hurt you. Because if we keep sitting there saying, oh, this and that and the third, and this and that and the third, I ain't got time for that stuff. I had a lot of people say a lot of negative things about me and my mother. But guess what? There's a lot of stuff I did in my life that I wasn't proud of. And I know I have to go to God for that. But what I'm not going to do is deal with family members who deliberately did stuff to us, who deliberately kept being abusive verbally, and then going to have the nerve to make me, because what the thing I don't understand is, how can you tell somebody I have to apologize, but that means you can't apologize to me for not only disrupting my life, putting me in a situation where we were poor, and then you're not going to apologize about that, but you want me to give you the utmost respect. That's the reason why adults right now are having problems and conflicts with their elder children, because the children are grown and they're realizing what is wrong and what is right, realizing some of their family members was always on BS. That's the truth. I don't hate my parents. Sometimes I don't like them, but we can't pick and choose our family. But what I'm not going to do is I'm going to always stand up for my mother. I'm going to always stand up for what is right. And if you guys take ownership to stuff, then maybe you'll be free. But I just feel like, back to what I was saying, I think it's so freaking stupid that Iyanla is not going to have her show no more. Because honestly, I find it interesting that whenever certain people get on there, all of a sudden it's discontinued. But we can okay the ministry for people that preach and sell all these how to get your life together instead of just reading the word of God. Like, everybody's got this is how you do your life guide. But nobody really wants to get on their knees and pray no more. Nobody really wants to do the old-fashioned stuff. Everybody always trying to be, oh, well, this person did this. Like, nobody wants to go before God for nothing. We just want to be popular and cool. Is that what it is? We trying to be popular? We trying to be cool? We trying to be superstars? Nobody wants to have accountability. And then when an older mother tells you what the truth is, y'all don't want to tell the truth. Some of y'all was disrespectful and rude, especially that dude with the leg. You know, you remember that episode with that guy that had that crane leg? And his wife, I guess, apparently the situation was he got left in a hotel. She was supposed to wait, but she didn't clock out. She was supposed to check out, but they were supposed to pick her up. They had her waiting there for 2 hours. So I can understand the frustration, but there was no apology. So I feel like in that point, Iyanla should have apologized if they made them wait off of their expense. I get that. However, the way she talks to people is disrespectful. Both of them. I'm not saying either one was right, but I'm just saying, if they wasn't so rough, yeah, you can be from Brooklyn, there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, it's like, you're a therapist, you're not a bully or a person that beats up on people. And I'm not saying she does. I'm just saying, you being a woman, you can't just walk up in folks' face or force somebody to sit down. You can't do that. You can tell them that they're in the wrong, but if you take a little bit and be easy with them, not be so rough, because that's the problem. The world is already going to be rough. You can't be rough with them and then be motherly. You're going to confuse the thing. And that's half the reason why I yell at the church so much, because we're supposed to be the healing for the community. And instead, we trying to be like the world and get facelifts and all this other stuff, trying to be the next Juanita Bynum, instead of just being real. Like, there's nothing wrong with just being real. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But we got to be honest about some stuff. Like, I don't understand why when somebody tries to tell you the truth. And see, I'm not trying to put colorism on the situation, but we as black people got to stop this light skin versus dark skin foolishness. Like, stop with these black people memes. It's okay if you just want to say that not every black parent has a bonnet. You know what I'm saying? Not every person has that. So sick and tired of that. And I want to talk about the bias of that of parenting, where we feel like black parents are like abusive and white parents are this. There's actually opposites in some places. There are some black parents that don't discipline their kids at all and wonder why their kids are a mess and messed up. And some white parents that are hit their kids so much that they get in physical altercations. Like, the whole bias came from them making jokes about, Bernie Mac was making a joke back in the early 2000s about, people being on a leash. Like, they're putting a leash on their kids, trying to control them. And then the black parents came from all the famous black celebrities who had really, really, really strict parents. Stuff that happened in the South and all that other stuff, or in the up north, or whatever stuff they had to go through, the racism and stuff. The thing that kills me is when you have people, you know what I'm saying, that sit there and basically be like the movie The Color of Friendship. They want to sit there and take their kids the moment they realize their kids start liking what we are. You want to teach your kids that there's nothing wrong with a black person until you marry them, until you be friends with them, until you become a person. But because you don't want to stay at help, and that's fine. But all I'm saying is tell these dudes the truth, because you got these black men thinking that white women are amazing, and you're not going to marry them. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate white women. I love them. I love anybody who loves me appropriately, and I love them accordingly. But I'm just saying, like, you guys got these folks, thinking that it's okay. And then when the stuff falls apart and they have kids, then you want to blame the boy for stuff. No, be honest. You don't like us to be in the same vicinity because that means that person's going to have a better hope. Tell the truth. There's nothing wrong with having mixed kids. Nothing wrong with that. But my issue is when the family members of the girl that ends up, or the boy that ends up dating somebody of another race, y'all be acting horrible. And then just being rude and disrespectful. And then got the audacity to be adopting kids from Africa or adopting just black kids, period. And thinking that that's going to work. Like, if you're going to adopt one of us, treat us like we are something. Stop just adopting another race of people and then thinking that nobody's going to deal with you. Like, come on. The Chrisleys had to deal with their kid. Listen, people don't like us, period. Can we just stop pretending like we actually like each other? Because that's the thing that y'all been fooling the 90s generation for years, the 90s babies for years, because there was no issue. And now that everybody's getting killed and shot, then you want to give us a lie talking about this is not what's going on. So if you never liked us to the beginning, why did you have the segregation be now integrated? Why are we doing that if you never wanted it to be? You can't just keep killing everything we do. We're always going to rebuild. We're always going to better ourselves. We're always going to get a better education. That's just how it is. But you want people to keep up with the supremacy, to keep up with this. I don't understand why. But like, back to what I was saying, like, I don't understand why everybody wants Iyanla, her show, to not be anymore. Is it just because you don't want to deal with the truth, or is it just because it's too much like Oprah? See, everybody wants to come at Oprah and say, Oprah did this, Oprah did that. She did try to do something, but what y'all failed to realize, she was a person just like you. You know what I'm saying? Just because she got money don't mean that she's not, this and that and the third. They're awesome people. Tyler Perry is awesome. All these folks are awesome. Everybody that's been in Hollywood that's done something great for the people is awesome. But guess what? They're people like we are. And we over here worshiping them, putting all these stupid little fan clubs, but we don't realize we're making them into a god. and then got the nerve to denounce Jesus, got the nerve to sit there and doubt him when he does do stuff, and thinking that monetary gain is going to get you nowhere. And then when the racist stuff come, you want to act like, oh, well, we didn't know this was going to happen. What do you mean you didn't know? They never liked us for 400 years. They wanted to still keep us in oppression, and you're just now figuring it out. She went from being the first black woman in the 80s to have her first Oprah Winfrey show to then having, it was like September 1983, September, I forgot the day, but I know it was in early September 1980 was the first episode she had of her own show. And she went from having her own show to then, after 25 years of doing it, then having her own network and then having to sell half of it. Like, you just don't want black people to have anything, and it's not cool that you want us to keep being stuck in the situation. Be honest. You don't like us, never did like us. You only like us for sex, music, and all that other stuff, and food. Oh, shoot, Yellow Jacket. I ain't got time to play with that. I almost got stunned last week. Them things is fat. Absolutely not. Yeah, me and bees don't work. I don't like bees. I can handle small bees, but yellow jackets and hornets, that's too much. That stuff will make me angry. I wish I had a can of, oh, I do have a can of Raid. Sucks to be you. I got a can of Raid. Uno momento. I said sit down. That's the reason why them things come in handy, because you gotta have a can of Raid. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I used to be so afraid of moths when I was a kid. Used to spray the whole can of Raid because I was so scared. But no, that's beside the point. My point is, bruh, take care of what you need to take care of. You know this stuff is needed. You know that her show is healing people. It might be rough, but that's sometimes what you need, a good wake-up call. A good wake-up call, ownership. Like, I'm so sick and tired of people buttering everybody up. Like, no, own your ish. Own it. Because the moment you own it is the day you'll be set free. Why keep holding on to people like today? I'll be honest with you. This girl got mad at me. She sells, stuff and everything. But she got mad at me because I didn't have money she wanted me to get this purse. She got mad at me because I say every time I don't have enough money, but she knew I was in the process of moving. So if somebody's in the process of moving, what makes you think that they have money to buy a purse? $60 at that, and that's all I got in my bank. So, because after paying some stuff, you know what I'm saying? After paying bills, it's kind of sometimes what's all you have. So she gets upset and she's like, well, I don't have time to read the long paragraphs because I got stuff to do, and you don't have to explain. I understand. Yeah, but apparently I do, because anytime a person has to keep telling you, hey, I don't have this, I don't have that, that should be an altercation. Not an altercation. That should be an indication that that's just an indication. You know what I'm saying? That should be an indication that that person doesn't have the money. And the fact that you guys know, the fact that this person knew that I didn't have the money and she sat there and tried to get upset, I just said, well, then keep the purse then. Because what I'm not going to do is have somebody make me be the reason why I can't pay for something. I got a bill I got to pay. That's more important than trying to have some cute little purse. You can buy purses any day, but bills are going to be forever. So it just makes me upset when you got people that just won't be honest about stuff. Just won't do it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be honest about the stuff that they do and the stuff that they, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that they on. I'm sorry, my nose is killing me. It was outside in them weeds. Woo. Forgive me. I usually don't do that on camera, but shoot, my nose was killing me. And it's about to be summer. My allergies about to be set. Oh, God. Oh, my God. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I get angry with people who always want to sit there and say you don't have to explain yourself. But at some point, when can you get it? Like, if I'm telling you I don't have money, you're going to keep asking me for this, then give it to somebody else. Honestly. Apparently, I had to say something. If you're annoyed with me already, I'm so sorry. But you need to wake up. It don't make no sense that a person your age acts that immature. You're 20 years older than me, bruh. 20 years older than me. You should know better. Grow up. Anyway, I just think that, you know, just dealing with stuff, I just feel like you should be able to, ouch, you should be able to have a person to knock some sense into you. But see, when you're chasing a check and when people want to be famous and people want to be popular and people want to have all these friends, everybody want to be cool. I just told this one person, I said, bruh, ain't you like married? Okay, so why are you trying to give me your attention? For what reason? Like, I'm not gonna lie, we was talking one particular time, but we were only talking. We were just having a conversation. If you feel like you have to be inappropriate, then I don't want to hear it. Because to be honest with you, you don't have respect for women either. And I just don't understand why everybody wants to cheat. It's like the year to cheat. It's summer, the year to cheat, but you want to have somebody in the wintertime. Don't nobody want AIDS? This is going to be the next generation that has AIDS as an epidemic because people don't know how to keep to themselves. Yeah. But it is what it is. I'm not trying to hate on men, but I'm just saying men need to be accountable for the things that they do and say, and it's time out for always blaming women when you know that you're amongst girls that aren't in their right mindset. Stop choosing girls that's always gonna stop choosing crazy women. Choose a mature woman. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you know you on something, be mature. Stop trying to be this playboy stuff. Because at 25, at 30, at 40, you need to grow up. Get you an education. Get you a real job. Stop trying to pull your pants up. You know what I'm saying? Cut your hair. Get your hair done. Trim your beard a little bit. Make sure it looks nice. Something. Because it's like stupid to see a bunch of grown people looking like 15-year-old boys sagging. What are you sagging for? Unless you like it and taked in the booty. And y'all don't want to be, y'all be on the low about being gay. So, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what y'all want. Tell me what it is. Tell me. Tell me. Because it just sounds stupid to me. I'm not about to be this woman that's like, oh, I hate men. I don't. Men are the best thing since peanut butter. But this thug foolishness, this, you know, thug life on my chest, that stuff is not cool no more. He probably was back in the 90s, but this is 2021. Time to come with the times. Just saying. Can't do everything that they did back then. They didn't have no choice to do anything else because they had to do something. They didn't have no choice. Black people didn't have it like that. From the 80s, from the 70s through the 90s, to early 90s, almost 2000s, people didn't have choices like we do now. It's time to wake up, smell the coffee, get your shit together and get you a job, a real job. That doesn't mean selling weed, selling all this other stuff. If that's what you do, cool. I ain't knocking you. Stripping and stuff like that. If that's what you do, cool. But I'm just saying, like, when you get a certain age, when you almost getting towards 30, like, can we act our age, please? Please. For another episode of SMS News Channel, and I'll be back with more.